I'm back here with Tom Behrens. Perhaps you recognize him, mayor of Milwaukee. Made it across the pond, if you will, to be here for tonight. Why was it so important that you were here for President Obama's farewell?
Well, I think it's a historic night, and I was fortunate enough to be with him the night he won the Iowa caucus a long time ago, and that was sort of one bookend. This is another bookend, and I think he's been a great president. I think in history we'll judge him to be a very great president. So I want to be here tonight to hear what he has to say at this challenging time in our nation's history.
As an elected official yourself, can you talk a little bit about some of the challenges he faced trying to be president of the United States and the things that you thought he did particularly well?
Well, obviously, when he came in, we were in the midst of the worst economic downturn we've had since the Great Depression. And the fact that he was able to steer our country into a period of prosperity, right there, I think, speaks volumes. But I can tell you, as a mayor, we had phenomenal relationships with his staff. And it was wonderful as a local elected official to have a White House that cared what mayors thought, what was important for cities, for small towns. And we had regular contact with them, and I really, really appreciated that. I obviously hope that that will continue.
Fantastic performance. As you know, your town was in the national media for some not so pleasant things, dealing with police officers, dealing with criminal justice reform. How has the president, do you feel, navigated that very choppy water, and do you think that's going to continue once he's out of the White House?
Well, I can tell you the city of Milwaukee has entered into an arrangement with the Justice Department under President Obama where we're working on a consent type arrangement where we try to work together to see how we can improve our police department. So we recognize that we have challenges, and we've been working with them, and it's been fruitful. And we're still hoping, believe it or not, that before he leaves office, we'll be able to have an announcement. Now, it may not happen, but we've been working very closely with his Department of Justice to see what we can do to improve police-community relations in the city of Milwaukee.
Anything that you can think of during these 8 years that he did that disappointed you?
No, and quite to the contrary. I find when Americans look at this, they're going to see a president who both in his personal life and his professional life had an 8-year term of office with no scandals. It's amazing. It's amazing. And now he's going to return to be a normal person. And I think the way you have seen him conduct his personal life as well as his political life speaks volumes of Barack Obama, the man.
He said no scandals. Obviously, his critics will be able to list a few that they consider to be scandals. The Fast and Furious, if you will. What happened with the VA, needing to have a new director. Do you think those are blemishes?
I think any administration is going to have departments that have challenges, but I'm speaking in terms of the president himself, that I don't think anybody, even his greatest detractors, are going to attack his character after seeing how he has acted as president for the last 8 years. He's a man, I believe, of great character, and I think that critics and history, more importantly, will judge him very favorably on that account.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Enjoy the rest of the night. You as well. Okay, thank you. To talk with. There's Patricia. How are you?
Good, wonderful.
Good. How long did it take you to do your hair wrap?
Couple minutes. It's in the hands already.
You got skills, girl.
Yes, I do.
What does it mean to be here?
It's unexplainable. I can't even tell you how I feel. Words can't even express how I feel. This is part of history for me.
Is this the first time you're going to hear President Obama speak?
Yes, it is. In person, yes.
And are you originally from Chicago, the Chicago area?
Yes, I am.
So where were you when he was here in Grant Park in 2008?
At home in Waukegan, Illinois.
A little too cold to be outside?
No, not really. I mean, you're used to this weather. You know, you just have to dress accordingly.
Can you talk about one or two things that the President Obama accomplished that you're most proud of?
The health care, because health is very important. So I think that was good. That was great. That was something good that he did.
Anything that disappointed you?
Well, I can't say no, because I'm so glad that I was here to actually see a black president in my time.
Why is that so important to you, to see a black president?
Well, I mean, that's history. I mean, because we never had one, first of all. So that was important, you know. That was history in itself.
How do you think having him in the White House impacted the black community?
Well, I mean, black people act up anyway, you know. I mean, I can't really answer that because I can't answer everybody's question, you know. So.
Well, great. Well, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the speech. Great. Thank you. Good. Thank you very much for asking. What does it mean to be here tonight for you?
Well, it's history. It means history. It means that I'm here to bid farewell to, in my opinion, one of the most sincere presidents we've had. And I think that's what I will remember most about our President Barack Obama, his sincerity. That's something that can't be faked. He sincerely wanted to better our nation, bring our people together, and help ensure a better future for our younger generation. And that's one of the things, I mean, I think we as a people and we as a nation, if our younger generation, if our youth are not in a position to take on and actually have greater successes than us, I think we failed somehow. We failed in our households, we failed in our neighborhoods, we failed in our communities. So that's the thing that I sort of gauged. Are the youth in a position right now to actually have greater achievement and successes than I had? I think they are. And I think President Barack Obama had a concerted and direct effort to do that, to ensure that. So that's one of the things that I will remember most about our president, because that's one of my beliefs, that our children, our youth should have greater achievements than us. And those who are elected officials, those who are empowered to do so, to implement these changes necessary to ensure that when they do that, they have my support, they have my love, and President Barack Obama definitely had my love.
So you're originally from Chicago. The president has been here more than 10 times during his presidency. Is this the first time that you're going to see him live, or have you been to previous speeches?
Actually, this is the first time I'm going to see him live. I missed it when he was here in Grant Park. I missed that. Like, that hurt me right there too. So I'm actually glad to be here to bid him farewell. And this will be the first time I'm seeing him. Yes.
You talked about the impact that the president had on young people. What do you expect from him in the coming years when he's no longer in the White House? He certainly has My Brother's Keeper. It's one of the projects that's been in the fore. He's talked a little bit about making sure that he's doing what he can to rebuild the Democratic Party. What would you like to see him do once he does leave the White House?
I would like to see him to continue doing what he's been doing. Because here's the thing. I believe what Barack Obama wanted to achieve, that didn't just start when he became president. That preceded his presidency. So this is something that I believe he will continue on trying to do. Continuing to better the lives of Americans, continue to better the lives of the youth. I think that's going to continue. So that's what I want him to do, to keep going forward with what he wanted to achieve and the things that he still would like to achieve.
What did he do that disappointed you?
What did he do that disappointed me? Well, I would say that I don't think that he actually utilized executive power at the time that was necessary. You know, I think when he came in, I understood the need to sort of have everybody on the same page, but he had a vision, and I think that at times his desire to have everyone on the same page sort of impeded his vision. You know, I think at times he should have stepped away from that, got real serious about what he wanted to implement, go forward, whether or not everyone was on the same page, because not that the ends would justify the means. I never believed that, but I do believe that he had the best interest of the nation in mind. So implementing those decisions, you know, whether or not everyone was on the same page was necessary, and I don't think he did that enough.